Hey, water signs. So we're going to do you first, right? Because we're in Scorpio season. So this is your monthly reading for November 2020 for all water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Um, Keep in mind this is a general reading, so it may resonate, may not. If it doesn't, check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus signs. And you can also book a personal reading. All of my information to my social media, where you can book through any of my social media. All the information is down below. All right. So, just general, right? What's going on with water signs in the month of November 2020? Right. All right. So there's some balance being restored here. We had 6 cards come out. Bottom of the deck, renewal. All right. So review the past and present so you can plan and brighten your future, understanding your life, purpose, releasing judgments of yourself and others. So, right, just reviewing like what has happened over the past 11 months, right? So like that the months moving forward, right? The last 2 months of this of 2020, right, will be better than the first 11. Horrible. Yeah, but I feel like a lot of you guys also are gonna really be because like of the review of the past, not only like your past, but like your past lives as well. It'll really help you understand like what you're supposed to be doing this lifetime, right? And releasing judgments of yourself and others, because you can't judge anybody else, because you could easily end up in that same situation, right? So first 2 cards out, we have the Sun and Awakening, Hangman, right? So like stepping into the sun, right, after a period of pause. You may have been on pause since like 2012, right? And you started to see the sun in like 2019. All right. But it was because like this was happening. And I just saw 222, so that's confirmation. So it's really just because they were going through like a renewal time frame, right? Needing to look into the past and the past lives, right? To make sure, right, this new cycle that you're in is not going to be the same as the other one. All right, so we have next out 10 of spring and the 8 of summer. All right, so during this period, like, you probably had to ask for help from people a lot, right? You had to probably partner with people you maybe didn't want to partner with. But yeah, this is ending. You're moving forward, right? You're journeying forward from this 10 of spring, from this burden, right? Having to work, and not having enough time for play, right? Yourself, or anything else in life, hell, but just work, right? Right. And so now it's time for you to start living a more meaningful life, right? Through these major life changes and shifts that you made over this past, 8 years? Like, so you've almost been in like a 10-year cycle pretty much. Okay, 2 of spring and ace of winter, like new beginnings, right? So this new future here that's coming was manifested through your hard work. Like we said, like this hard work right here, this is hard, right? Having to carry all the burdens by yourself, right? Because now there's partnership coming in, right? More aligned, and it doesn't have to be romantic, right? It can be any type of partnership coming in to make your life easier. Okay, right? You weren't deterred by any challenges along the way. You communicated, and this was like, it was a lesson, another lesson, right? And to see like if you are going to be deterred by challenges, right, that are thrown your way, are you going to stay the course? Also communication, learning how to communicate clearly and accurately too, and learning how to like use your ideas and putting your ideas out there. All right. So November 2020 for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I forgot to say that in the beginning. Yep, very transformative period in the month of November. Your your base could be expanding, right? If you like have a fan base or something, that could be going through a transformation where there were like obstacles at one point in time, right? You could be getting a wish fulfillment of an expanded fan base. All right, I'm gonna do one more shuffle. Yep, there it is. Partnerships and alliances are coming in. It may be 3 people, right? Or 3 groups of people. 9 endings. Things coming to a close. Oh, yeah. You were doing a lot of shadow work. That's why, right? Even if you don't know what shadow work is, right? You were doing that during this like almost 10-year period, okay? Transformation. This is why you went through this, right? Suffering in silence is part of your transformation. You're probably going through a spiritual awakening, right? That hanged man that came out, the awakening here, this is a spiritual awakening. All right, spiritual awakening. That's what was going on. All right, so now, right, you're coming into a more grounded new beginning, right? You're more rooted and you're more solid here on your base, right? And that's where everything starts, right? If you don't have a good foundation, right? If your foundation is broken like this, it's not, you can't put anything on that and expect it to, like give you anything of value, right? It's just gonna fall through in the water, right? And be like, taken away, right? So this is where your blocks were coming from, your shadow work, needing to do shadow work, right? But I feel like these are definitely like, you did the work. Obstacles and challenges are gone. Okay, they're not there anymore. If they exist, they're only in your mind, and you're making your own obstacles and challenges, right? At this point, because this is where you are, the very beginning of your fertility, the beginning of your prosperity, right? That seed that was planted 12 years ago, right? It's finally growing and starting to show some fruit. Fertility, the Empress card, success, luxury, creativity, right? This, and some of you, or a lot of you may have been creatives, and this may have been something to force those ideas out of you, right? Because they're needed, right? Firmer foundation. Okay, that's what this whole period was all about. Transformation so that your life can be on more firmer footing. All right, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for November 2020. All right, we're going to do one more shuffle. Yes. All right. Change, 5 cards. Change, major change. Justice, okay? Some of you guys could be dealing with the justice system this year, right? But as you can see, you have the number 4 right here, and we're in a 4 year, right? 2020 breaks down to the number 4. And like really coming into balance, like between your head and your heart this year, right? And you see like that line that she has to the spirit realm, right? It's lit, right? She's good, she's solid. And if you don't see, there's like a cheetah in the background, right? So she has her protection. She is divinely protected and guided, right? But if you're also some of you may be dealing with the justice system and closing some things out in the justice system. This is probably part of the cycle too. And here you guys are here. King of Cups, feminine or masculine energy, doesn't matter. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, right? A lot of sacral chakra work here, especially for like the Venus water signs. But just overall, a lot of sacral chakra work. You have a lightning bolt here on his heart chakra, and then on his third eye to his crown chakra, there's another lightning bolt, right? So a lot of new ideas coming from there, right? Coming from your heart space, from things that you love, coming from like your intuition, right? Those downloads from spirit. Some of you guys may be getting a car, right? Or there may have been like a car accident like 10 years ago, right? Or in the past, 8 to 10 years, right? There may have been like a car accident. You may have wrecked a car, right? And kind of lost everything there, right? But That was all to restore balance, right? Because you were unharmed. There may have been some pregnancies as well over the past 8 to 10 years around the time of the accident, or just like pregnancies in general, right? Unexpected. All right, but with the King of Cups, right? King of Cups here, water signs, you guys are coming into this. It's Ten of Pentacles, right? Legacy, wealth, stronger communication with your ancestors, a tighter family circle, right? Peace, protection, money. The month of November, okay? Four of Swords and the Ten of Wands. You see that? You see like the stark difference? She is so calm and so at peace, and he just feels like the straw that broke the camel's back, right? Right, but you were being watched this whole period to see how you were going to handle it, right? And you stayed here, Zen as fuck, right? Which is a book that I have, right? A journaling book. You might want to get that. But like a lot of meditation during this cycle has been done, right? You may be into music. Some of you guys may be into music, or maybe you need to get into music, right? Some of you guys may be hearing certain songs in your sleep, right? And those are like, especially if you are a musician, right? Those could be like new song ideas that spirit is trying to download to you. But just really feeling like you knew that this had to be done, right? To get out of this. This taking more time for yourself, resting, contemplating, right? Getting more rest, rejuvenating your mind, body, and spirit, right? Because you're here now, the High Priestess, right? Gemini. So some of you guys may have Gemini strong in your chart, but like really like coming into like your power, like balance, trusting yourself, right? Very wise and knowledgeable after this period, right? Of time, and you deserved it, right? You finally figured the Rubik's Cube of life out. You see the Rubik's Cube was like, she's like standing right over it, right? It's over. All the colors are lined up on their proper size, right? So you can move forward in this brand new cycle with these wonderful new things that are coming your way. All right, so that is your November 2020 reading for my Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in December.